Nobody knows what it cost me. Nobody knows what it cost me just to look this okay. I buried half of who I was just to make it through the day. They see the smile, they see the wins, they never saw the day. I paid for every version of me they haven't met yet. I learned to say I'm good before I knew what good meant. Learned how to hide the cracks underneath every sentence. Everybody asks what happened when they see you getting distant. Nobody asks what happened when you beg somebody to listen. I had nights where the ceiling knew my name. Stared into the darkness trying not to go insane. Phone full of people but I still felt alone. Funny how a crowded room can make you miss your home. I remember counting money like it owed me an answer. Trying to make a little hope out of a broken circumstance. Bills on the table, pressure on my chest, and everybody telling me you'll figure out the rest. So I did. Not because I was ready, not because I was strong. I just got tired of explaining why I felt like I didn't belong. They see the person I became, they don't see who I had to bury. They see me standing tall, they don't know how many times I fell. They call it confidence now, I remember when it was survival. That's the part nobody knows. I wasn't chasing applause, I was chasing one more reason not to quit. And if you've ever smiled in somebody's face while your whole life was falling apart behind your eyes, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. I lost friends when I stopped being useful. Lost people when I finally started being truthful. Some only loved me when I carried all their weight. The second I needed help, suddenly they couldn't stay. I used to think that meant there was something wrong with me. Maybe I wasn't worth the effort, maybe I wasn't enough to keep. Then I realized some people love your light until your light exposes everything they hide. So I stopped begging, stopped chasing, stopped knocking on doors that only open when I was useful. I had to learn the hardest lesson of my life. Sometimes losing people is how you finally find yourself. Nobody knows what it cost me. Nobody saw those nights. Nobody heard me breaking when I told everybody I was alright. Nobody knows what it cost me. Every scar came with a price. I had to lose the person I was to keep the person alive. And if you see me different now, don't ask me why. I finally stopped dying to make everybody else comfortable. I remember being younger, thinking life would be simple, thinking good people always get rewarded in the middle. Then life showed me lessons nobody puts inside a book. How somebody can swear they love you and still never really look. I learned pain doesn't always scream, sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it's getting out of bed when you don't recognize the person in the mirror. Sometimes it's deleting that message you know you shouldn't send. Sometimes it's forgiving somebody who never apologized. Sometimes it's walking away without getting the closure you deserve. And sometimes the bravest thing you can say is I'm starting over. I don't need you to understand my scars. You weren't there when I got them. I don't need you to believe my story. You weren't there when I lived it. And I don't need everybody to clap for the person I became, because I remember who I was when nobody clapped at all. That's why this comeback means different. I didn't rise because they believed in me. I rose because I finally believed I was worth saving. There were moments I wanted to disappear from everybody, not because I hated life, I just hated the way it felt inside me. I got good at pretending, good at changing the subject, good at laughing when somebody asked if I was okay. Yeah, I'm fine. 3 words. Sometimes those 3 words are the heaviest thing a person can carry. I wish somebody had looked past them. I wish somebody had said, no, seriously, tell me what's wrong. But nobody did. So I became the person I needed somebody else to be. And maybe that's why I'm still here. Nobody knows what it cost me. Nobody saw the fight. They only survived another night. Nobody knows what it cost me. They dressed me the finish line. They never saw me crawling when I couldn't even stand up right. So don't tell me I got lucky. Don't tell me it was easy. I built this version of myself from pieces nobody wanted. I had to forgive myself for things I didn't know better about, for staying too long, for letting certain people in and out, for trusting the wrong voices, for ignoring what I knew, for giving everybody everything and leaving nothing for me to use. I thought being strong meant never needing anybody. Now I know better. Being strong means knowing when you need help and having the courage to ask. Being strong means admitting that something broke you, then deciding it doesn't get to own you. I don't want revenge, I want peace, because revenge keeps you connected to people you're trying to leave behind. Peace lets you walk away without checking if they notice. Here's the truth I wish somebody told me. You can miss somebody and still know they don't belong in your future. Read that again. You can love somebody and still choose yourself. You can forgive somebody and never give them access again. And you can remember the old you without becoming him again. If you've ever had to choose yourself after spending years choosing everybody else, tell me what it cost you, because maybe somebody reading your story needs to know they're not the only one. Now I'm looking at life through different eyes. Still got questions, still got fear, still got nights, but fear doesn't get to drive me anymore. I've already walked through hell and found my way out the door. I stopped waiting for permission, stopped asking if I was enough, stopped measuring my future by people who couldn't see my worth. I started building quietly, no announcement, no explanation, just work. One day became two became a week became a year, and somewhere between the pain and the progress, I looked in the mirror and finally recognized myself. That's when I understood something. The person you become after surviving yourself is different from the person you were before the pain. You don't walk the same, you don't love the same, you don't trust the same, you don't waste time the same. And that's okay, because some versions of you were only created to survive a season. They were never supposed to survive forever. I don't hate the old me. He did what he could, he carried things nobody knew about. He made mistakes, he trusted people he shouldn't have. He stayed when he should have left, he left when he should have stayed. He said sorry when it wasn't his fault. He blamed himself for things he couldn't control, but he kept breathing, that's important, he kept breathing. And every breath brought me closer to the man I'm becoming now. So if you're listening to this with tears sitting behind your eyes, don't be ashamed, maybe you're not weak. Maybe you're exhausted from being strong for everybody else. Nobody knows what it cost me, but I know what it made me. Every loss that tried to break me left another piece that saved me. Nobody knows what it cost me, but I won't hide it anymore. I survived the person I was when I couldn't see a future anymore. And now every scar has a story, every loss has a lesson. Every closed door taught me when not to knock again. So let them underestimate me, let them remember who I used to be. Let them think I got lucky, let them think the road was easy. I don't need to correct them, because while they were talking, I was rebuilding. While they were judging, I was healing. While they were counting my failures, I was counting the reasons I still had to keep going. And now I don't need revenge, I don't need validation, I don't need everybody in the room. I just need to know that when life knocks me down again, I'll get back up, cause I've done it before. Moments don't always look important while you're living them. That goodbye you thought you never survived, that night you cried alone, that friend who disappeared, that dream that didn't happen, that rejection, that failure, that version of yourself you thought you never escaped. One day you'll look backward and realize those weren't the chapters that ended you, they were the chapters that introduced you to yourself. And maybe that's what pain was trying to teach me. Not how to suffer, how to survive, not how to stay broken, how to rebuild, not how to become harder, how to become stronger without losing my heart, without losing my heart. What it cost me. And honestly, they don't have to. Because this life isn't about proving how much I suffered. It's about proving that suffering didn't get the final word. So if you're listening right now and nobody knows what you've been carrying, I need you to hear this. You are not behind, you are not finished. You are not what happened to you, and you don't have to explain every scar before you're allowed to heal. Sometimes the greatest comeback is simply waking up tomorrow and refusing to become the person your pain wanted you to be. Nobody knows what it cost me, but I do. I know every night, every tear, every empty room, every unanswered call, every time I smiled when I wanted to break, every time I kept moving with nothing left inside. And that's why I don't take this version of me for granted, because I know what it took to become him. So if you see me smiling now, don't assume life got easier, I just got stronger. And if nobody understands your journey, keep going. One day you won't need them too, because you'll finally understand it yourself.